Welcome everyone to the Nerd Nook. I'm your host Evan Teague. With me like always is the man who you can stream all his content for $14.99 a month, Noah Bailey. It's a very
First of
reasonable
all, I
price.
count
It's a very reasonable
I
price.
count way more than 14.99 a month. Thank you very much. That's quality entertainment.
And yeah, I don't know why my camera is not working right now, but oh well, is what it is. You still
So
get
wait,
my
can they
beautiful.
not see me?
Still get my. Oh, I can see you just fine, but still can't see
Okay,
you.
so you can see me. I just can't see you. Okay,
Yeah, they
that's
still get
fine.
my beautiful voice, so that's all that matters.
Fair enough.
uh, and yeah, since we last had one of these, Disney Plus has happened. So yeah,
This is true.
general first impressions go.
It has
Everything.
everything. Like I remember, like we were talking about this, like oh yeah, they have everything, everything. But like literally, I got this and just like last Friday, I got this and I'm just sitting there and I'm like, just I'm not even watching anything. I'm just
Yeah,
going through the
that
list
was
of just everything.
that was me. Like, well, at the very beginning, the first couple of hours, it was super buggy. So that wasn't the best in first impression.
Mhm.
Like, I wasn't able to actually because it supposedly launched at like 6 a.m. I think, but I wasn't able to actually watch
Yeah.
anything until like 2 p.m., which was a little annoying because everyone online was
Mhm.
raving about how good the first episode of Mandalorian was, and then I'm like, I want to watch it. I want to watch it, but I couldn't for way too long. But eventually,
Like
it
I want to
fixed
know.
itself. It's fine. um,
Yeah. Which it's funny because Disney tweets like, "Yeah, we didn't expect this much of a response." I'm like,
how? How?
"How?
You're Disney.
You knew your fan base is literally everyone.
Yeah. Which
Did you own everything?"
apparently there were over 10 million users on day one. It's like they should have expected
Hey,
that. They should have expected that.
I mean, yeah, because like everyone was gonna get this. You made it affordable.
Mm-hmm.
You put everything you have on it. Like Disney, like you have every Disney movie, all the Pixar movies, all the Marvel movies, all the Star Wars, like
Not every Marvel movie,
all
but
the
like most of them at least.
okay, but like okay, but all the like
Oh,
main ones, like even Avengers Endgame is on there now.
yeah,
Like
Infinity War is not,
that,
but
they,
Endgame is. Figure that one out.
yeah, I don't know how that works out, but anyway, they have basically
Yeah,
everything, and it's like,
it's insane. I
oh
don't know how
yeah,
they
it's
didn't
kind
expect to. But
of honestly, I think they're just saying that because there's
yeah,
no way you can't expect that. Like
yeah,
anyone,
and like
like everyone was talking about this.
the first couple of days, like you said, I was just kind of looking through, just like being baffled by just all the stuff that's on here, and uh, just gonna if you type in Freaky Friday, I didn't realize there are apparently now three Freaky Friday.
Really?
Yeah, there's the Freaky Friday original from like the '60s or whatever. There's a Lizzie McGuire one, not Lizzie McGuire, Lindsay Lohan one, and then there was apparently a 2018 Disney Channel original movie reboot thing.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I yeah.
20, oh, look at this. Uh,
Yeah, there are
okay.
three of them now for some reason.
All right. For some reason.
I don't know though. I
I
didn't
guess
know there
I
was a
mean,
demand for another one of those, but okay, sure.
yeah. Yeah, I
Um,
mean, I know. I guess nobody asked for this, but I mean, whatever. I mean, I guess I didn't not ask for. No, I didn't ask for this, but it
no,
doesn't
I
that's
definitely
probably
did
not
not.
aimed at me
But I am super excited when I found out that the original X-Men cartoon is on there,
anyway.
which is what I've just missed up until now. But now that it's here, all what 5 seasons?
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
I
that's
would say
yeah.
I've heard people say that the episodes aren't entirely in order as you get deeper into it. I don't know if Disney's going to fix that or not, but I've heard that those are like the minute complaints about Disney Plus so far. Some series have had that issue.
Yeah, and also
Ex-
apparently some shows like the aspect ratio is like not is like stretched to a point where like some things are like cut off or like some things look distorted. Like apparently The Simpsons just
yeah.
isn't looking right. Um,
Uh,
they do have the Star Wars special editions, which
yeah.
why would you buy Fox if you're not gonna secure the rights to the original editions? That's I
Yeah.
thought that was
I
like
don't
part of the
know.
deal, but
I mean, yeah, that was kind of odd, but
yeah. Also, one kind of minor weirdness with the Disney Plus search engine is that it's very like you have to type in exactly what you want. If you misspell something or if you like don't put in a hyphen or something, it won't actually register it. Also,
gosh.
if you it doesn't always show up what should be the most popular thing if you just type in one letter. Like I type in L, Lion King doesn't show up at all. Li, still no Lion King. Lio,
Oof.
Lio is when you start getting Lion King stuff. That's very
Should
weird
come
to
up.
me. Little
Yeah, that
Mermaid
should come.
comes up if I type in Li, but not Lion King.
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
Simba's
I feel
Pride,
like
Lion King 2, Simba's Pride comes before the actual Lion King, which is
oof. Which not a terrible Disney sequel.
no, it's one of the better ones. I mean, it's
Yeah,
Romeo and Juliet, so I mean, it's kind of hard to mess
but
up.
I mean, it's done better than it's
Yeah,
better than what Pocahontas too.
don't get me started on that one. But yeah, well, like the fact that they have every single Spider-Man thing aside from Far From Home and Homecoming, which apparently they're not planning on anytime soon. But then again, for a month we thought Spider-Man wasn't going to be in the MCU anymore, so we're who
This
knows?
is true. Maybe so. Well, here's my thing is they have the animated '90s Spider-Man, but they
Yeah,
only have the first season,
really?
and it makes me sad because there's 5 seasons of that show. Me and my
Oh,
brother went through it,
5 seasons, really?
and it's really good. Like there's 5 seasons. Me and my brother went through it over the summer, I think,
Uh,
and it's really good. And like they only have
there.
one season for some. I don't know why. I hope they're planning on adding it.
Well, there are 65 episodes.
Yeah.
Whether
Wait, really? On the
yeah,
one season? Wait,
like the
really?
last episode is called Spider Wars Chapter 2 Farewell Spider-Man. Is that the
Holy,
last
dude,
episode?
that's halfway there.
They just didn't
Wait,
break it
so
up
they do
into
have the whole
they just
thing.
didn't break it up into seasons,
Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay, I didn't know that.
which is very
Well, I
that's
guess
weird, but what if they
that
did
is
they
weird, but
yeah, they
I
didn't do
will
that for
take it
because
though.
X-Men had all 4 or 5 seasons actually like labeled
Right.
in seasons, but
I'm about to log in real
it
quick.
looks like they might not be in
My
order because did the symbiote come in episode 8 of the series? Seems
yeah,
very very
yeah,
early. Huh,
yeah. The studio came early because they want to introduce Venom early, so
that's
they had to
fair.
like set up the black suit thing and everything.
Hmm.
Yeah, that was really because a lot of like Spider-Man villains were like seasons 1 through 3. Then season 3, the Green Goblin got big. Then season 4 and season they started getting to like Secret Wars and stuff like that. He does everything, and it goes with all like the X-Men, Blades in there, the
Right, right.
Punisher. There's a lot of stuff in there. It's really good. Also, I'm seeing what you're talking about because I put Spider-Man without the hype in, and I didn't see it.
Like I'm
And now
looking
it shows
forward
out for some.
to looking through Ultimate Spider-Man, all 4 seasons of that. Like these are good shows.
Oh man.
Like man, like they don't have the Spectacular Spider-Man show, which I think is
Oh, it's such a good show.
it's also very well. That's like I think that was completely Sony produced, whereas Ultimate
I think so, yeah.
was like it.
Oh,
Licensing is weird, just whatever. But like
all the
you can
green.
spend months just on Spider-Man stuff. Like it's
Mm-hmm. They have like all these Spider-Man shows,
unlimited,
movies.
which only lasted Only one season of that. Oh, dang it. Okay.
Partners in Danger. Oh, this is so. Oh, I love this show. I
Just
love this
Marvel
show so much.
stuff. There is so much just Marvel stuff on.
It's amazing.
And then like they have all
I'm
the
sorry.
Clone Wars that's currently on there. They have
Yeah,
all the
watching
Pixar
that last night.
shorts. It's,
So much stuff. They're adding some new stuff, but
they don't have
you know,
literally everything you'd want right now, but they have
but like,
pretty much like it's as
yeah,
close as you could really feasibly get
like if
right
it's not
now.
on
It's not that good.
exactly, like they have, they have all the old Disney Channel shows. They have
Not
the
Jake
original
Long, I
Disney.
don't think.
No, I don't think I saw
No,
that one,
no,
but
I don't
like
see if
they
I can drag
have
Jake Long.
like
They have Kim Possible, so that's
they
good
do have
enough.
Kim Possible. They have
And
like
that
Zach and
that
Cody.
trash Kim Possible movie from last year.
Oh no, I'm not.
I kind of want to watch it. Oh, that was this year. I
How
kind of want to watch it at some point, but not.
I don't know if I do because I love Kim Possible.
It's a good show.
Wait a minute, they have. It does. I like. Yeah, I like the show, and then I'm like, this movie's gonna just spit in the face of this
Yeah.
great show, and I don't think I want that.
I mean, Patton
They
Oswalt's in
have
it,
all four.
so he's at the very beginning. So if you watch the first
No.
5 minutes, you can stop for after that.
Oh, this is good. Okay, there we go. Oh man, I just love like the description. It's like Kim Possible is your everyday high school student who, on his spare time, does save the world, and I'm just like, I
Yep.
love it.
Okay.
Ah, good times. But yeah, there's everything on this, and like you
Yeah.
can like there's like sections. It's like
Hmm.
Disney Channel section, there's a Star Wars section, there's a princess section. There's literally just a Spider-Man section.
Yeah. Like
Like,
they
bro.
they have the Jonas Brothers. Just curious. So like the Jonas. Yeah. They don't have the Jonas Brothers
Yeah.
show, but they have the Jonas Brothers
Oh, they
like
don't.
concert experience.
Oh, they don't.
That's
Oh,
just
I
called
thought they would have.
Jonas. I think they're just called Jonas. Oh, they do have
Yeah,
Jonas.
yeah,
There it
yeah.
is.
Oh, yeah, 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 they do.
Yeah,
I
you
remember that
type
show.
in Jonas Brothers, and only the Jonas Brothers concert comes up, and not Jonas.
Not Jonas. Yeah, I will admit the search engine's kind of, and also like trying to like fast forward is kind of weird. I tried to fast forward a couple times and it takes forever.
Like you go to Netflix's service, and like you type in something that isn't even on there, and it gives you like 30 things that are similar to what you want. It's like,
Mm,
thanks, I guess.
exactly.
Here you type in something without
Yeah,
the hyphen, it doesn't come up.
I admit that's annoying. I'm sure. I have a feeling they're gonna fix that though.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's
They're
like the
probably, yeah,
main
because I mean,
complaint I have right now.
yeah, all the complaints about it are just like more about like just operating the site
Hmm.
more than actual like
Yeah,
service,
I need.
which
I'm very curious what High School Musical the musical the series is,
no,
because
don't be.
I have like
It
a soft spot for the High School Musical movies. They're not good by any
I
means,
do,
but I kind of like
but
them.
no, I do too. I like school, but this looks really bad. Like this, apparently, from what I have heard, it's
uh,
not has nothing to do with high school. It is it is a school that is putting the show is about a school that is putting on a musical that is High School Musical.
oh,
That makes sense.
okay.
Like
So it's
there's
like
like
that
there's
one
no
episode of Zack and Cody, but a whole show.
yes,
Okay.
yes,
Huh.
yes. So I'm just like,
That's actually a kind of funny concept, but I don't know if it could sustain an entire show.
see, that's what I'm saying. Like I hear a series and I'm like, maybe if it was a movie, but like, oh my gosh, they have Smart House. I remember that
Oh
movie.
yeah, man, this is
Everything.
everything. They have
The
like
Sandlot, Gargoyles is on here.
Arcos. I need to watch. They
There,
have like Hurry
dude,
Fully Loaded. Like,
dude, this is I literally went through everything and I'm still finding things.
yeah. They have chicken. Yeah, they have Chicken Little. That's a movie. Kind of
Right.
Okay. Like,
I
okay,
like Chicken Little.
here's the weird thing
Side
about
Out.
here's this weird thing about the search engine. I type in LI and Lion King doesn't show up. I type in chicken, but Rookie of the Year shows up. And like Finding Dory shows up. Like what? Just the word chicken apparently
Why?
find like Robin Hood. Like these aren't the word chicken isn't anywhere. Okay.
Yeah, the search engine
Whatever.
has some issues,
Also, there's
but
no thing to like keep watching or like new episodes of this like Netflix has it. I kind of wish
oh yeah,
there's something like that in there, but
yeah, like I continue watching. Yeah, I like
yeah.
having that because I know
Because
I'm probably gonna be watching the same.
if you didn't know there was a new episode of Mandalorian every Saturday, I think, then you wouldn't just keep checking if it's Saturday. Oh, new episode of Mandalorian now, which would be more convenient, but it's the newer service.
Right.
They'll kind of evolve over time.
Yeah,
Hope
and
at least.
I think it's gonna get a lot. I think it's gonna get a lot better. Give it a couple weeks to fix the bugs, and it's gonna
Uh,
be like God tier.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Dude, this is so unfair for like everyone
Honestly,
else.
kind of yeah. Like especially since
Like,
like their flagship title, The Mandalorian, is so good.
dude,
It's only 2 episodes so
can we
far,
talk
and
about
oh, we're talking about that. Let's do it,
oh oh my gosh, dude. This show is mad
man.
crazy.
Like, I
Where do I start?
the first episode, it like
Right from the
from the
start.
very beginning, felt it felt uniquely Star Warsy. Like just
Mhm.
from the little details of like of them trying to get on their ship and them being attacked by a weird like ice eel monster thing. That is so
Monster.
uniquely Star Wars. Like in the original trilogy, every single time they tried to do anything, like get off a planet, like they're in any situation, there's always some weird monster that like tries to
Yeah,
attack
like
them.
either right, like either in the trash or like on that you thought that was a moon or like all this, like
Yeah, or like they fly into
there's
like
always
yeah, they get eaten by the worm in five or the Yeti thing.
yeah, yeah, I didn't even think about
Like they
that.
didn't
Yeah.
need to have any more conflict. Like they already got to their destination. They could have just taken off, could have just taken off. But like there's other little added monster to stop them. Like I, that's just unique. And just the way things explode, just the way things just like act, just the way the lasers look. It just looks very original trilogy esque, and I love that.
It is really awesome
Yeah.
and like it's so good. And like I love the main character, just the
Yeah.
Mandalorian guy. He's a
Mhm.
boss.
But I love that he's also vulnerable. Like in the first
Yes.
episode, he took out that bar of people like it was nothing, but then he was fighting those like weird, like what were they like? Those like weird creature things.
Yeah.
He got kind of beat up by them. Like he ended up beating them,
Yeah.
but like he wasn't without. Actually, no, he needed help from the old guy. So like
Yeah. Like
yeah, he's really good at what he does, but he's not invulnerable. Like he
he's not
can,
just yeah, he doesn't just show up and just take over.
yeah. Which I kind of feel like that's kind of the mindset that people have when they think about characters like Boba Fett and other kind of
Mhm.
characters that never really showed their worth really within the movies, but like they have this idea of like, oh, they could literally do anything and be fine. It's like they're like,
Right.
whereas this guy, he can do really cool stuff, but he's also human, or well, he's Mandalorian, or you know what I mean.
Yeah, but
Basically,
yeah, and like it's really good because like when he does need help and like he does see issues and like he talk and like I like when we have to bring in the droid to attack the compound because like
Mhm.
they're like we have to work together and they're like yeah because we're
Yeah.
not gonna do it and like I love the like assassin droid or whatever the dude is
The IG-1, IG-11, IG
something
something,
like that
played by
yeah
Taika Waititi,
but
actually. So
yeah
hope he comes back.
yeah I hope so too I hate that he shot but I'm like look, they got it's a droid they can
It's a
bring him
joy.
back they
Yeah.
can make that
Or
work
there's another
yeah
IG unit also voiced by Taika. Like you got it. It's fine.
right
Um,
yeah so
just
I'm
like
like. No,
Can I detonate now?
no.
Like, no, not yet. You will not self destruct yet.
That sounds like no. It's like multiple times he has to be like, no, stop trying to self
We
destruct.
can do this.
Like,
We're
oh my
outnumbered. We're not
gosh,
outgunned. It's
so
fine. And
fine,
then like you got
yeah.
hopped in that turret and
Sure.
just mowed everyone. It was man.
Dude, that was so sick.
Oh,
Oh,
and like I love the idea that they they said, the asset was about 50 years old. And like in your head, you instantly think, okay, which character from Star Wars is about 50 years old? Like Han Solo maybe
mhm.
be about there. Luke, he wouldn't quite be 50, but like maybe they could be wrong or something. There are plenty of extended universe
Yeah.
characters who could kind of fit that mold.
The
And then it wasn't any of that. It was just
is
another
it Baby
Yoda.
Yoda?
It was a baby Yoda. A 50-year-old
Baby
baby
Yoda.
Yoda. Like, yes.
It's like,
Yes.
oh my gosh, it's such a good.
And like, I honestly I can't tell if it's a puppet or CG, and I like that. I think it's a puppet, at least sometimes.
I think I think it's both. If that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like a puppet, but I think it has some CG on it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Kind of like there's an example of somebody's
Yeah.
used that too. But I
There have
mean,
definitely
yes,
been
I
other,
think
like, especially in the sequel trilogy, there have been plenty of times
yes,
when it's like prosthetics, but they CG over it to just make it look a little more cohesive.
yeah, yeah. So I think that's what it is, which is it really worked
Yeah.
well. Which yeah,
Oh yeah.
and I like how like practical all the effects generally look in the story.
Mm-hmm.
Like it doesn't look fake.
Yeah. Like it would have been so easy
Like
to
I
do
can
a
really
do an
appreciate.
Iron Man situation where like the Mandalorian is never actually in that armor, they just CG it onto him. But you
Yeah,
actually like that's actual
like
armor. Like it looks really good. And like apparently throughout all of the extended universe, every single Yoda species character has been a Force user. So like it just makes sense
yeah,
that this baby is also a Force user.
that's what I heard too. Yeah, it's
uh,
like you just that's just how it is.
yeah. And also I love it when newer Star Wars stuff still references the prequel trilogy but doesn't like put a huge focus on it. Like that trilogy still happened, but we're not going to focus on the bad stuff. We're just like the new creatures, new environments, new like cool Force stuff. I like it when they tap into that. Like in episode 2 or in second episode of The Mandalorian when he was fighting that rhino thing from episode 2, or at least like a variant of that. Like that's
Hmm.
I really like that.
Like yeah, that stuff still exists and like it still carries over.
And actually, it kind of looked better than the one from episode 2, honestly.
Yeah, but I mean, is
That
that
CG
that's
did
I mean
not hold
that's
up. I
just
watched it recently. That CG did not hold up.
that's not, there's more than just that. There's a lot in that movie that didn't hold
Yeah, yeah.
out. So there's that. But
Mm. But yeah, I am just very excited to continue watching The Mandalorian. I think it started off really strong so far, and yeah, I'm just like if you're getting Disney Plus just to watch Mandalorian, I think it's worth it personally.
yeah, so far it's yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's plenty of other stuff on
Because
the service to then watch afterwards, but like if that's like the one thing you're watching, I mean, it's a good
it's
one to
still
watch.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a really good show. And like it like I said, like I don't know, I just for me, like the mix of like practical effects and this like not overusing CGI just
Mm,
feels like Star Wars.
yeah. Oh yeah.
And so far it's really well written. I like all the characters. I don't have any complaints about anything
Mm,
yet.
yeah. It is a little weird that the second episode didn't actually take place on Tatooine, yet it essentially was Tatooine.
Mhm.
Like there were Jawas.
The Jawa and everything. Yeah,
Yeah, like
and the
there that
big
was
roller
big roller
called.
thing. It was Sand Planet
Yeah,
with I think it also had two suns, or at least multiple suns.
maybe, probably. I don't know. I was honestly not paying attention.
But it wasn't actually Tatooine. It's a different desert planet because there's about like 60,000 of these in this galaxy.
Sure.
But whatever, like it's whatever. But yeah, is it every Saturday when a new episode comes
I
out?
believe it's either Saturday or Friday, I think,
Okay,
actually, but
okay.
not sure.
Because I knew we watched the last one on Sunday, and I knew it. People were talking about it on Saturday, so I wasn't sure if it came like Saturday morning or Friday night or whatever.
Hmm. Yeah, it's really good. It's totally worth watching, and
I
I
just
like it. And so far, yeah,
I just had a
good.
great idea. Like if so, in theory, if Disney Channel would just kind of moved over, just be a part of Disney Plus, like they realized cable isn't really worth having anymore since we have this service. It would be kind of cool if they could somehow like incorporate, have some kind of like thing where you watch multiple episodes of different series as if it's like time slots of of like a Saturday morning. Like you wake up
Hmm.
Saturday morning 8 a.m. and watch like four cartoons right in a row.
Yo,
Any like I'm not this is just not just Disney Plus, like any streaming service should try something like this.
to like bring back that feel of Saturday morning
Yeah.
cartoons, kind of.
Yeah.
That would be actually really cool.
And like they can be streamed afterwards anyway, but like if you come at this time, they'll be streamable in this format, in this order. And I think that'd be pretty cool.
I think that'd be cool too. I think that would work 'cause a lot of people grew up with Saturday morning cartoons, and
Yeah.
they're like, yes.
Please.
Oh, oh man, it's been Saturday morning cartoons, man. That
Yeah.
what a world. Good times.
I mean, I didn't
Good
love
time.
getting up at 7 a.m. every single morning, but like since they were good shows, I didn't mind it as much. Like, yeah, I.
Totally worth it.
But like, do you think how long do you think it'll be before Disney Channel just kind of stops happening and they
Doesn't
move
it?
up? Assuming Disney Plus continues to be a huge success.
I mean, honestly, they could get rid of it now.
It's not much worth on there right now. And outside of like Ducktales, which
Yeah,
is on like Ducktales. There's one other cartoon on there that's like okay. Big City Greens, I
yeah,
think,
but
is also on there. Like there are a couple of cartoons, but like their live action shows. Yeah, not
no,
really. No, sorry.
not really, no. But I don't know. I'm just kind of like, I don't know, because like this has everything you need, really. Like,
mm,
why even? I think so. But
mm,
man, I'm so excited for this. It's so cool.
yeah.
Like, and like one of my roommates hadn't seen the Clone Wars yet. We were like, dude, now's the perfect
Dude.
time.
Come on.
Basically, yeah. It was just funny. We kind of looked, we were like, well, we got to start. So we showed him the first episode, and he was
Yeah.
like, okay, I can
Okay.
get
Yeah.
behind it.
Is the
Like, it
first
was the
episode the one with Yoda?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it was just like because like at the it was like we're Asajj Ventress. She just gets her lightsabers just yanked by Yoda, and he just
Hmm.
takes them. He's like, no, 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 and it's just like, bruh.
You
It's
should have
like that's
started.
the
You should have started with the Clone Wars movie and then go. It's also on
no.
there.
It is on there. It is on there. We were not gonna start with that though, but I might show it to him later. But
Mm,
I was thinking about starting with the rookies one, where the one where they're like on the outpost or
yeah.
whatever. That would
Oh
have been a good one
yeah.
to start with too. But I think I'm gonna play that one for him next because I want to get one with at least one Jedi like as a like
Mm,
mainly in it.
man.
Like there's some good episodes in this
Mm.
show. I'm probably gonna have to
I
rewatch
keep
this show
forgetting
now.
because the first two seasons are good but not great. But I keep forgetting
Hmm.
just how many great episodes there are in the first two seasons. But then season
Yeah,
three
there's
onwards is just, oh, it's just so good.
they're
So
all
good.
good. You get used to them, like, oh, every other one's good, and then they're like, oh, they're just all good
Except for the
now.
droids
And
slash
like,
Jar Jar episodes,
oh yeah,
which
but I mean,
it's
like
like five or
like I'm
six per
looking,
season. Like it's no big deal.
yeah, like I'm looking at season three right now, and like episode like 12 on is like hype because you got like the Mortis arc,
Oh,
and
with
then
that with Krell.
yeah, no, that's a different one. That was the
Oh,
one where like Obi-Wan, they go to that planet of the Force or whatever, which that was really interesting.
I
You didn't like that?
right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That was good. And then they have the one, this one, and then they have the Citadel one, which
Honestly,
that was
season
really cool.
three, period, because it starts with the clones in training camp, and then the very next episode is the ARC troopers when they
Right.
invade Camino.
Yo, that was a good episode. That joke was crazy. It
And
just the back just show up at your front door, and then season four starts with that like underwater. Well, that one's like 3 or 4 episodes.
mm,
That was really high. And then yeah, they got Krell later in season four,
oh man,
and then they have the Zygerian like
I've
Mandalores.
yeah
There's,
on Bara, like honestly,
dude, that was
it's up.
good.
It's like maybe top three favorite arcs in this entire series. Like it is
Yeah, 'cause it was
very good.
so brutal.
Like the stuff on Mandalore at the end of season five is phenomenal, but
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
it's also good.
that's really
It's
good. I know,
also
and
good.
yeah, and then you have like the whole like Obi-Wan faking his death thing, which that
Right.
was so well done.
Mm,
And like he becomes a bounty hunter, and then like Sabaja Press gets started, and then like goes into season five where it's like
mm.
the whole
Like
Darth Maul.
Darth
Oh my
Maul sent
gosh,
off.
yes.
Man. And
And then
season six feels it feels a little out of place because it's not like continuity with the rest of
yeah,
the show, but like it's still pretty like I
still
love how they
good.
expand on the whole like the banking clan's influence on the entire
Mhm.
galaxy and
Yeah.
Yoda's his force travels. Like this just all very solid stuff.
Yeah. And and there's supposed to be another season.
I know.
Oh, so hyped. Season seven's coming, man.
Yeah.
So excited. What
What
is
is it?
that? Is
I
that
think it's
is that right?
February. I think it's February.
February? Yeah, I think that's right.
Uh,
Good
man.
times. We live, what a world. What a world.
Star Wars is so good. It's just all the Star Wars
It
is so
is.
good.
See, and I don't know, it's like Clone Wars is my favorite era in all of
Yeah,
Star Wars
Clone
because it's
Wars
like it's just
honestly almost makes episode two good. Just the
right
show existing almost makes episode two good.
almost.
You're close.
Oh man, because it's just like it's so good. Like
Mm,
it's awesome. Mm.
mm. So
Oh,
before
movie.
we need to stop at some point talk about Disney Plus, else we'll be here for like 3 hours. So
It's true. It's true.
so gonna move from Star Wars stuff to something that's not nearly as good as Star Wars stuff. So you know how under every single Twitter post and Facebook post and everything from Warner Brothers, it's filled completely with hashtag release the Snyder Cut stuff.
Mm.
Well,
Still?
still, yeah. It kind
God.
of reached a fever pitch this past weekend when I think it was Gal Gadot, Henry Cavill, Ben Affleck, and maybe also whoever played Cyborg, all like just randomly say randomly, but like it was all within a couple of minutes of each other. Tweeted out like we want the Snyder Cut released, hashtag release the Snyder Cut, or like something to that extent for all four of
What?
them. And then Zack Snyder was
What?
like, "Look, even the goddess herself wants it. Like we should do this." It's like, okay,
Wait, what?
yeah, all these actors want the Snyder
The
Cut.
actors are
The
doing
Snyder
this
Cut that
now?
doesn't actually exist for release.
Oh my God. Wait, the act? Okay, that's interesting.
Okay, I'm I am super conflicted about this whole concept because first of all, a Snyder Cut isn't real. So we'll just start off with that. But second of all, assuming it is real, in some miracle it actually is real, there's still a like 0.005% chance that it's actually any good.
Yeah,
Because Steppenwolf is still the main villain. That is the
it's
funniest
true.
part about all of this. That weirdo, that CG mess is still the villain of this movie, regardless of which
Hmm.
cut you see. That guy,
Hmm.
that thing, is
No
the
one
villain of.
cares.
I just, it's like, it'll also be 3 hours long. It'll
Oh god.
it'll have stuff that you do not care about. Like that's the main thing I actually kind of appreciate about the Justice League movie we got. It's a mess, but at least it's a short mess and like there's no filler. There's no fluff, there's
Mhm.
no references or like weird character interaction there shouldn't be or like weird references to other stuff like
It
within the
just goes,
comics or it's just a movie. It's a bad movie, but at least it's its own thing.
gets there, shows up, and it's like, okay, here's what we're doing. All right, let's
There
do it.
are quite a number of bad jokes in there that were clearly Joss Whedon inserts, but the people need to remember that DC are the kings of making great trailers for bad movies. The trailer for Justice League that came out in early 2016 looked good because they only showed you the best parts of the movie that weren't
This is
actually,
true.
and like none of those shots were actually in the original movie. Like movie we got, like none of those shots were in there. Which I just I don't know. It would be Snyder's complete vision, and I'm sure it would actually like be a true follow up to BVS. But I don't want that anyway, so I'm fine with what we got.
True.
Like we don't. This if the Snyder cut is real, a part of me kind of actually wants it to be released so that we could just uh, see it for the bad movie it is, and also just to make people shut up.
But they, but then they'll be like, oh, do you see how great this is? This is
No,
what needs to
it,
be. No, no,
it's,
no. I'm not talking about rational people. I'm talking
like this
about
is this is 20 times better than in game. It's like no,
false.
no. People still try to say that BVS is better than in game, and that's just false.
No, this is not
See, like in
true.
game is like, see what we want about. I can understand if you don't like it. I personally love it, but like I can understand if
Yeah,
you have problems with it. I get it, but it's not worse than BVS by any stretch of the imagination.
no,
Like, no, 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 no.
no, no. Stop it. Stop it. Don't do that.
In no multiverse is that a fact. Like it's just not possible.
No, no.
Unless you're talking about the last 5 minutes of or last like 10 minutes of Dark Knight Returns where Batman and Superman fight. Unless you're talking about that BVS, this is not it's not a better movie. Like
Oh,
it if it's real, honestly, it might be in DC's best interest to just kind of release it onto the DC Universe app because now that Young Justice is over, they got really nothing else to show. So like, you might as well put something else on there.
it's true. This is
Um,
true. Yeah.
but I kind of doubt they will. But
Okay, well, my thing is like this movie came out like years ago. Like,
yeah,
like now
going
they're
on
just
two
gonna drop.
years. I think it's over 2 years.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like they're just gonna drop it now. Like,
why?
right? Like I don't see that working out.
No, no, no,
But
no.
I don't know. But hey, you never know.
Yeah, maybe someday if they somehow actually finish like Also, they're not going to put more money into finishing this unfinished movie just to release it 2 years after the original and it have nothing to do with the other DC movies that are currently out. Like it doesn't make sense.
Mhm.
But
I don't know. It's gonna. I mean, they can release it if they want, but I don't see how that's gonna really help. But
mm,
again, maybe that's just me and my.
yeah,
I don't know. Good for them. Maybe.
whatever. I just want people to shut up. And if actually releasing a version of this movie makes that
Yeah,
happen,
and wait,
then
and why is Ben Affleck still tweeting this? You're not even in this
you're
anymore.
not Batman anymore.
Like I know he'd still be in the movie, but
But
like,
he's not Batman. You have no vested interest in this.
I
Uh,
just think it's funny. I'm just like,
yeah,
dude, like, and like Henry Cavill's he even doing Superman anymore? That's
no
still
one
like up.
knows. No one knows.
Like that's still up in the air.
Mhm.
Like,
Whatever.
what are they even doing at DC? Like, what's happening? Like, what is
Wait, Matt
upcoming?
Reeves is making a Batman movie, and that actually seems to be steadily breaking ground. The same with Suicide Squad too.
Oh,
So
goody.
Birds of Prey is happening next year because everyone asked for that.
Yeah, what's up with that, man? Like,
I don't
I
need
don't know.
it.
I don't know. Some companies are getting better at like, you know, giving what their fans ask for, and
Mm,
some are getting so much
yeah.
worse.
Wonder Woman 84 is coming out next year too.
Supposedly.
Which yeah,
Supposed to be out by now, but it's supposed to come out
yeah.
this month actually.
That's put out on your birthday, yeah, but it just didn't.
But yeah, well, that's
What
okay.
they should have done was delay Wonder Woman and then put Shazam there. Shazam would have fit perfectly.
Shazam would have
November
made
1st would have been perfect. Nothing else coming out. It's fine.
nothing else was out. Joker, but like that was it.
Joker would have been over a month out. Like it's
Exactly.
no competition.
See, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
Well, it would have made twice as much money, if not more. But
Kind of hard. It'd be not hard to make twice 300 million, but
exactly, raise the bar and like,
Mhm.
not competing against the biggest movie ever made.
Yeah.
So
Yep. Yep.
there's that. That's usually a good
Uh,
sign.
so yeah, they did not plan that out well at all.
Oh,
But yeah.
they're like, no, we can compete. We can compete. You're just like them. We're on the same level.
Yep. Yep.
I hate to break it to
Sure.
you.
Sure.
No, you are not.
Okay. Anyway, time to move on to weird game news.
Let's go for it.
So, um, the Game Awards is always a very interesting experience to say the least. It's one of those things where like you show up to it, but like you don't go for the like main event. You go for like essentially like no one actually shows up for the game awards part. They show up for the game announcements part.
Hmm.
um, but especially this year, there's something off about a couple of games that got just too many nominations. And I'm just going to go over that right now. So, do you know the game Death Stranding?
I've heard of it.
Yeah. Well, it was a game that was announced in 2014's Game Awards. Okay. So,
Interesting.
that already that and like it has been I think at every other Game Award since barring like maybe one. So it has like a trailer. It had a pretty strong presence at every Game Award since. Okay.
Mhm.
Also, that game was made by Hideo Kojima, the original Metal Gear guy who left after Konami decided to be stupid and it was just a whole debacle. And Jeff Keighley, the guy who's like over the Game Awards, made a big deal about that, and then like Kojima's been invited back as a starring guest for every Game Award since 2016, and like Hideo Kojima and Jeff Keighley are like really good friends to the point where Jeff Keighley is actually in the game as an NPC. all this being said, Death Stranding has an 82, I think, on Metacritic. No, I think 83 on Metacritic. And like,
Okay.
Metacritic isn't everything, but it's a generally a good standard for what games should be on the Game of the Year list.
Mhm.
Death Stranding is up for 10 awards.
Dang, 10?
The game overall game of the year, best game direction, best narrative, best art style. This this category, best art style, is always my least favorite category because it's always just games that look realistic and then one game that always like one or two games that like are clearly stylized, but because they're not Red Dead Redemption 2, they're not going to win. Red Dead Redemption 2, I'm pretty sure won best art direction last year. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like this year, I am so afraid of Death Stranding winning this when it's just kind of real life. Like it's just there's like some weird visuals here and there, but it's not stylized like Sayonara Wild Heart or Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. Like it's not something like that. Same with best score. Death Stranding is also there. What do you have
Mhm.
like Devil May Cry 5 and Cadence of Hyrule and Kingdom Hearts 3 all have great music. Death Stranding, I'm afraid is gonna win just because of Jeff Keighley and Kojima's relationship. And like, I know Jeff Keighley isn't actually a judge, but it just feels like he has some kind of overarching sway over
Mhm.
like just a general influence on what might eventually happen in it. Like almost every single category Death Stranding is a part of. Like all outside of the ones that don't really make sense, like best indie game, best
Right.
ongoing game, etc. But like best
Everyone
act,
that it could possibly be
yeah,
applied for is kind of in
best
there.
action adventure game. That's it's barely action adventure. Like it's not. It's like I have a feeling that Resident Evil 2 is just gonna be a snuff kind of like Spider Man was last year because Death Stranding is just in every single category it's in, and it's just not going to win because Death Stranding.
It's just
And like, here's the weirdest part about Death Stranding. Like I said, it has an 83 on Metacritic. A lot of the reviews essentially boil down to the game isn't fun, but it's very good.
I don't care.
I don't play games because the story is good or whatever. If the chore to get to the story, which this game is literally a chore. The gameplay is you you're basically like a delivery man who like has to carry all these packages from one point to another, and you have to like sometimes fight off both the controls and also weird monsters along the way. Um, so it's literally a chore just to play the game. so I don't see how that type of game will got Game of the Year when something like Devil May Cry 5 is unanimously agreed to, as far as Metacritic goes, has like an 88 or 89 on Metacritic. It is, at least generally, as far as reviewers go, considered a better game, yet it's not on the Game of the Year list. Like, it's not like for Game of the Year. Smash Bros. Is, though, which is what I voted for.
Smash Bros. That should win Game of the Year for
Yeah.
sure.
Honestly, like,
Like genuinely, yeah, because everyone loves that game.
yeah. I think it has the highest Metacritic of all these here, which again that's not everything,
Probably.
but that's generally a good metric. Also, just Sakurai put so much time and effort and just passion into that. It deserves it. Might be a little biased, but I think it deserves it.
No, but it's like the Disney Plus of games. Like it's
Yeah,
just like everyone's
everyone's here.
in. Yeah.
Like not trying to knock Resident Evil 2 or Sekiro, but like those games are really good, and they definitely shouldn't lose to Death Stranding. But Smash Bros, I think, it,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. It deserves. Also, Smash Bros. Isn't in best score or music. Do
Really?
you remember how many songs were in Smash Bros?
Wasn't like all of them?
900. There were 900 songs in this game, and counting because the DLC.
Right.
There were 50 SNK songs when Terry came out. 50. I was guaranteed Death Stranding doesn't have 50 songs in the entire game, period. Tell me that Smash Bros. Isn't in best score or best sound design, which I feel audio design and score really are kind of the same thing, but they're a little different.
Yeah.
I don't know. But Death Stranding's got to win both because of course it was. Same thing happened last year with Red Dead 2 with the one best score when like no, no. I
No.
feel like Xenoblade 2 and Dragon Quest have something to say about that, but whatever. Even like Spider Man, I thought had better music, but okay. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the Game Awards to for the announcements because they're almost certainly going to be something Smash related, probably something Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 related.
Mhm.
Like there again, and like actually last year was when Ultimate Alliance 3 was announced, so like there could be some wild card just crazy announcement like that happen again. So like I'm excited for the announcements. I'm dreading the actual awards because I don't want Death Stranding to win any of them. It's out of spite, really. If Jeff Keighley is
Like,
in this game, that just feels like a conflict of interest to me. I know, and like I know that he wasn't actually the one picking these, but I feel like just because he's the MC of it all, the reviewers might have been influenced to be like, let's put this in just to appease Keeley. I don't know. Maybe it's just conspiracy theory talk, but it's too convenient to not be
right.
an issue.
Like I don't think it's a conspiracy, but like if it was, I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah,
Kind of.
yeah. Um, so moving on to more weird game news. Um, yeah, you remember how Just Dance 2020 came out for the Wii?
Hmm.
Just Dance 2020, in its first week on the Wii, sold more than the Xbox One and the PS4 version in the UK.
What?
Now,
I
granted,
mean,
no one's buying Just Dance on the PS4 or Xbox One,
that's what. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I was
but
like, well,
who's
then again,
buying it on the Wii?
well, because well, my theory is a lot of people keep Wii's because like I know older, like older people, like
Yeah,
parents, a lot of times bought Wii's just because like oh fitness and like Just Dance is one of those like
I guess.
more moving like games. So like, cause like my parents bought the Wii, they were like, oh yeah, we'll play like Wii Sports. Like my mom had like a Zumba Wii game.
Uh,
So like, yeah, yeah, I don't even, I don't know. But anyway, yeah. So like that was really helpful. So like
just yeah,
that probably helped it out a good bit.
just like this is gonna be the last ever Wii game, and the fact that
Yeah.
this last ever Wii game is doing better than current gen versions of the same game is just bonkers to me.
I mean, it is Just Dance though. So like, no
Yeah,
one's like, no one's like, oh, let me play that.
like I I don't feel bad, but I question the people who are like, Just Dance is the one game I buy every year. Just like Madden or like Call of Duty or Pokemon, like it's just
Mhm.
the one game I buy every year. I I question people where Just Dance is that game. Because there's someone out there who like only
Oh
buys
yeah.
Just Dance games.
Well, my thing is like you probably don't buy any other games if that's who you. Kind of
Yeah.
like, oh, I only play Just Dance, or and occasionally like Mario Kart or
Uh,
something.
but yeah, good job Ubisoft, I guess. That's all
I
that's all
guess.
profit too, because it did not cost them anything to port that to the Wii.
No.
Like it was all there for them. Just no need to downgrade everything. It's not like it's like a highly intensive game or anything.
I don't know, man. There's a lot of functions. You gotta gotta make sure the dance motions are right. Gotta.
um, uh, so last little bit for this segment. Did you see the new Sonic the Hedgehog movie trailer?
hmm
Yeah. It looks better.
hmm
Visually, it looks better.
That was painful to look at.
I don't think I honestly, in my humble opinion, this might sound backwards and not make sense at all, but in my opinion, I feel like this movie has a high chance to actually be worse now that Sonic actually looks good. If that makes any
Wait,
sense.
what?
Because I have a feeling that the movie surrounding Sonic is still going to be really bad. It's still going to be really awkward. It's still going to focus more on the human characters than it needs to. It's still
This
going to
is
be
true.
set in the human world when even when Green Hill Zone actually looks really good. You want to be set in that world, but actually set in the our world for no reason. All that is going to be so awkward and bad that Sonic looking terrible was at least something to like latch on to, at least something to remember the movie by. But because Sonic actually looks good, you're just disappointed by it. Like you could have been something
Okay.
good if you looked like this, but actually set in your world. But no, it has to be set in this time or whatever. And because he looks good, it's actually going to end up being a less enjoyable experience.
Okay, I can see that. Yeah, I think that's definitely a lot of publicities come from like the change or whatever. And I think
Mm.
like I know you said like that, you think that was a conspiracy the whole time.
It had to
So
be,
like,
right?
yeah, yeah. Because it makes it super popular. Because if like if no one had talked about it, like literally, I wouldn't even care if there was a
Yeah,
Sonic movie.
but
Not that I do, but
it
like,
got so much free publicity from people freaking about how bad it looked that now that it looks good, people are now excited, and I feel they're excited for the wrong reasons. The movie itself, they
yeah,
didn't change anything, but like, I don't think there were any
no,
reshoots, just redesigned
not
Sonic.
exactly. So they're gonna think, oh, they're actually caring. They're listening to us.
Mm,
I'm like, are they, or do they
yeah.
just anticipate what you
Or
were
do they
gonna
just
say?
budget in this extra money it would take to redesign him
Mhm.
in the original budget? Like, if people like
Mhm.
the original design, we'll keep it at the 90 mil. But if we have to change it, 125, that'll just be the original budget. But it's, yeah, they I feel like this was a calculated effort on their part to
Yeah, I think so too.
yeah.
Like the law at first, I was like, no, they wouldn't do that. But like now, I'm like, yeah, I could see them doing that.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm I'm excited for the people who are excited to see Sonic on the big screen. I'm personally not excited to see the movie surrounding Sonic.
Mhm.
No.
I mean, I mean, Jim Carrey's gonna have a good time,
Yeah, he at
but
least looks
like,
like he's having fun. So I guess good
yeah,
on him.
but like, we're not gonna have that good of a
No,
time. Like,
probably not.
that's okay though.
It's fine. Um,
Still, like every other video game movie is let us down, right? Oh,
yeah,
wait.
Detective Pikachu was okay.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
But like, the general consensus is
yeah,
like, I think Sonic's gonna fit right in along with the
yeah.
others.
It's just gonna be maybe a little better than like the Resident Evil movies, but like not hard to do.
Which is like, don't
Yeah.
make me want to throw up.
Yeah. It will be better than Battleship. I will give it that much.
No, Battleship. As long as you create a movie, it will automatically be better than Battleship. I could just record an iMovie on my phone, and I'm like, well, at least it's better than
Yeah.
Battleship. Makes more sense.
So, how to move on to Nerd Clash. So, this week, since we talked about Sonic, Dr. Eggman versus Dr. Wily.
Ooh. Hmm.
So, obviously, it's not going to be like them fighting, it's going to be like all of their creations
Mm-hmm.
fighting each other. So like all of the different robot masters, like
There's a
Quick
lot of
Man,
robots.
Cut Man, Guts
Yeah.
Man, Metal Man, like all of them versus all the different like metal Sonic forms and like all the different like egg bots and craziness
Hmm.
over there. So
Hmm. I don't know too much about Dr. Eggman's like
I know a little more about him. So
okay. So I can do like the Mega Man
yeah,
adversaries and stuff like that. Cause
like
like they're
I think it's only fair if we like also throw in Zero in the mix because I think he technically is a Dr. Wily creation, not mistaken.
I
Because
think so.
either we give him Zero or we take away Metal Sonic because Metal Sonic is stupid. He is stupid OP.
Wait, no, what's Metal Sonic?
Metal Sonic is essentially originally he was just like Eggman's like Sonic like his way of like countering Sonic with a metal with like literally like a metal Sonic, but kind
Hmm.
of in in future games he kind of evolved to just kind of like be his own being and like learn to like copy other people's abilities and like grow and like he essentially in Sonic Heroes the final boss was him taking all of Dr. Eggman's egg fleet fusing together with it into this big super big dragon form.
Okay, cool.
So we either have that and also Zero, who is arguably just as strong as Metal Sonic's dragon form, because of course he is. We
Because
either
why
do
not?
that or we take away Metal Sonic. What do you think would be? What do you think would be
I
the?
know. I mean, you could probably keep them in just because,
Okay,
it
so
is
yeah, we'll
part
give
of
them
the
Zero and Metal Sonic. Just they'll kind of counter
yeah.
each other. So, um, but also like Eggman also has like all these different I think Alpha, Beta, and Omega and Gamma. Like they're different robots that I'm pretty sure Eggman made. So he's done a lot of he has a lot of different robots. So like, but then again, Doctor Wily, each Mega Man game there are eight super strong robot masters,
Yeah, you can do that math.
and also the
But
Yellow Devil, which I hate that thing.
mm.
That thing made me stop playing Mega Man 11.
You already know how powerful that is. I don't have
Yeah.
to explain.
Uh,
Oh my god. Yeah, there's some in like each nav. I mean, each not having each robot automatically also has their own like move sets, obviously,
mhm.
and like
Yeah. Like Quick Man can, go faster than light.
mhm.
Uh, Guts Man can like lift an entire mountain, I think, according to one of the comics. Like you
And something like that, like smash like a hole in the ground or something.
yeah, like these guys are crazy, but there are also some kind of crazy uh because there are also like some other like robot variant of Sonics too that aren't as strong as Metal Sonic, but like they're still pretty
Mhm.
strong.
Mhm.
Um some of them I think can access chaos control, which is like Shadow's time stopping ability, but you also have there's at least one or two robot masters that can stop time too. I think Flashman might be one of them.
Yeah,
Yep.
probably.
So that also kind of counters. Um,
Pretty even. It's pretty even, kind of.
yeah,
Mhm.
I, f- I feel I feel like it honestly might just come down to I feel like it might just come down to the competence of the creators themselves
Mhm.
because Wily is generally played a little more straight and Eggman is kind of like more like bumbling and like he kind of gets overtaken by his creations more often than not. So since Wily at least appears to be generally a more competent uh, creator,
Better, yeah, to get the edge.
yeah, I think he might have it.
I can see that. Yeah, after everyone's kind of wild and crazy about some things. So
I think Eggman might have more units at his disposal, but I think just that for how powerful each individual Robot Master is, think they could end up taking it. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. Is there anything else you want to bring up and discuss?
I think we're set for tonight.
Okay. Yeah. Disney Plus is just. I'm so glad it's here.
It has everything. If you don't have it, get it.
And it's only
It's
$7
worth.
a month. That's so
It's
cheap.
so worth it.
Because they don't need to pay for those pesky licensing fees like Netflix does, and they can just pay
Exactly.
whatever.
It's like copywriting themselves.
Like they could easily they could have charged 10 or even 15 a month. It would have been worth it, but they did half that, and it's crazy. Yeah.
That's
Um,
what they keep it this low.
yeah. They probably won't stay that low forever. If like there'll probably be like a premium edition later that has even more stuff or whatever, but or maybe they'll do a Hulu where like they'll do a premium without ads and have the base with ads, but at least right now it's a good deal.
Yeah, it's a great deal right now. I love it.
Yep. And with that, we will see you all next time.
Take care, guys.